I once had $2 million in the bank. $2 million. But there came a time in my life when I went to bed hungry, not because I couldn't afford food, but because I had already given away every single dollar to people who didn't even remember my name 6 months later. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly how I lost everything. And if you're smart, you'll never make the same mistake I did. My name is Roosevelt. I'm 91 years old. I built a construction business from nothing in Atlanta. When I started, I had almost nothing, just a borrowed truck and an old rusty toolbox. But I worked hard, day after day, year after year. By the time I turned 52, my net worth was over $2 million. But by the time I was 61, I couldn't even pay my electric bill. And the worst part, nobody stole it from me. I did it to myself. Most people think the hardest part about money is making it, but the truth is, making money isn't the hardest part. If you work hard, show up every day, and learn your craft, money will come. The real challenge is keeping it, because the moment people see you have something, everyone starts coming for it. Friends, family, strangers, and sometimes even your own ego. And that's exactly what destroyed my life. I remember the exact day everything started to change. It was the summer of 1986. I had just closed the biggest contract of my life, a housing development project worth $340,000. At the time, that was more money than my father had made in his entire lifetime. That evening, I was driving home in my dusty work truck, and I passed a car dealership. Right there in the showroom window was a brand new Cadillac, pearl white, gold trim, the kind of car that makes people stop and stare. Now, I didn't need that car. My truck worked perfectly fine. But something inside me whispered, "Roosevelt, you made it. Let people see your success." And that whisper was the beginning of my downfall. I bought the Cadillac in cash, and the next Sunday I drove it to church. And suddenly, people looked at me differently. People who had never spoken to me before wanted to shake my hand. They wanted to sit next to me. They wanted to know my name. And I liked it. I liked it way too much. After the Cadillac came the big house, 4 bedrooms, even though there were only 2 of us living there. Then came the expensive watches, the designer suits, the fancy dinners where I always paid the bill. Every weekend I was hosting. Every weekend I was spending. And suddenly, I had dozens of friends. People calling me brother. People calling me family. My phone rang all day. Everyone needed something. A loan. An investment. "Roosevelt, I just need $10,000 to start this business." And I gave it. Every time. Because saying yes made me feel important. Saying no made me feel like that poor kid I used to be. But while I was busy being the big man, my business started falling apart. I stopped checking my numbers. I stopped watching my contracts. I trusted people I shouldn't have trusted. And I pushed away the people who actually told me the truth. By 1993, the business was bleeding money, and not one of my friends offered to help. Not one. By 1997, everything was gone. The business, the house, the Cadillac, all of it. I was 61 years old, sitting in my mother's back room, staring at the ceiling, wondering how a man with $2 million ended up with nothing. And the worst part? The silence. That phone that used to ring 30 times a day never rang again. That's when I finally understood something. I didn't lose my money to bad investments. I lost my money to comparison. I was always trying to look like I was winning. Better car, bigger house, bigger lifestyle. But here's the truth. There is no finish line. You buy the car, then you want the house. You get the house, then you want the bigger house. You get the bigger house, and suddenly your neighbor has a pool. And the cycle never ends. Today it's even worse. Because now people compare their lives on apps like Instagram and TikTok. Everyone is showing their perfect life, and everyone else feels like they're falling behind. But most of it isn't real. After 91 years of life, here are 5 lessons I wish someone had told me when I was young. Lesson 1. If you're buying something to impress someone, you can't afford it. Lesson 2. You can count your real friends on one hand. Lesson 3. Stop comparing your life to other people's lives. Lesson 4. Quiet money is safer money. Lesson 5. Peace is the real wealth. If you're watching this right now, do 3 things today. First, check your social media. If someone's content makes you feel like you're not enough, unfollow them. Second, write down what you actually need in life. Not what you want, what you truly need. You'll be surprised how small that list is. Third, before buying something, ask yourself one question. Am I buying this for me or for them? If the answer is for them, walk away. Let me ask you something honest. What are you chasing right now that you know deep down won't make you happy? Write it in the comments. And if this old man's mistake saves you even $1 or one sleepless night, consider subscribing, because time isn't waiting for either of us. I'm 91 years old. I made $2 million, and I lost every single penny. But today, I'm richer than I've ever been. I live in a small apartment. I eat simple food. And I have 3 people in my life who love me for who I am. And every night, I sleep peacefully. The man driving the Cadillac was broke. He just didn't know it yet. The man sitting here today is finally wealthy.